Hello, Jacquie Edwards here for Live at Lunchtime. Thank you for joining us on this sunny Thursday. Sorry I'm a bit late today. We were just out walking. My mom is here visiting, for those of you that haven't been watching lately. So my mom is here from the States visiting. So we were out just having a little walk this morning because the sun was out. And they've got road construction, so we had to find the detour to get home. But here I am. So today I just wanted to have a little chat about Tenant specifically, about evictions. So we've been doing a few lately, and lots of it is because we had some tenants that we took over from some properties that we basically inherited. But I just wanted to talk quickly about the eviction process. Because there are a couple of nuances. I don't know all of the details, but there's kind of two main types. There's the Section 21 and the Section 8. Probably the easiest way to evict somebody, if you don't have to do it immediately and they're not majorly in arrears, and that's the kind I want to focus on now, is what do you do when you have a tenant that's, not a huge problem, so they're not, majorly in arrears with their rent, they haven't trashed the house, but especially when you're in a shared house, if they're a tenant that, isn't getting along with the others, is a bit messy, and that's a situation we've had a bit recently. So what you can do in that situation is it's not even called the Section 21 now, it's the Form 6A because they've changed the rules a bit. But essentially you don't have to have a reason for that type of notice as long as the tenant is outside of their tenancy agreement period. So what we normally do, because it's the easiest and you don't have to provide a reason, and because it's generally not a major issue we're having with the tenant, it's just somebody that we don't really want to renew their contract, we don't want them staying any longer than normal, is you have to give them 2 months notice by just filing now it's the Form 6A. So, and this is for any tenants after the 15th of October, so that started living with you, in October 2015. If they're before October 2015, you can still use the normal Section 21 form. But this is what I recommend doing. So instead of causing a big hassle, or even telling them really why you're evicting them. So unless there is a way that tenant can stay on. So, and I've talked to other people about this. They've come to me with the same question saying, I've got a really messy tenant. The other tenants are complaining and threatening to leave unless we get rid of this one. What should I do? Should I sit down and have a chat with them? And my advice is no, don't sit down and have that chat with them unless there is the possibility that they could stay in the house. Because once you sit down and have a chat with somebody and you start giving them reasons why you want them to leave, then they've got excuses that they're going to be making. They'll say, oh, I can change, and give me one more chance. And so unless you're happy to give them that one more chance, I just give them the kind of formal notice, and I don't give them any reasons around it. I just, if they ask, I say, look, this is what it is. We need the room back. And it's just, it's not the greatest thing to have to do. I don't enjoy giving the notices out. But yeah, sometimes it just helps keep everybody in the house, because when you do have the shared houses, they have to all get along together. But yeah, so just as long as you follow the formal process and keep things organized. I always give more than the minimum amount of notice, so you have to give at least 2 months notice. I try to end all my contracts at the end of the month anyways, so even if I give the paperwork around, I just gave some a couple weeks ago or in the last week, so even around the middle of the month, I give them kind of 2.5 months then, just to find somewhere else to live. So I get my forms from the NLA and the RLA, so the National Landlord Association and the Residential Landlord Association. They both provide forms that meet all of the kind of official notice requirements. And once you've issued those, then you give it till the time that the expiration of that notice. So if they haven't left after the 2 months, then you've got to go through the court procedures to get access or get the room back. I haven't had to do that at all yet. Again, because we do reference all of our tenants quite well, and we try to treat them as well as possible, and even the ones that we've had a few problems with, it has been just trying to find a way to make it work, whether that's, sometimes you've just got to do what you've got to do, and pay them off if you need to get them to leave. But I would only do that if we've really got a problem with a tenant and need to get him out. Most of our tenants, yeah, we wouldn't do that for. So hopefully you found that helpful. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me, and have a wonderful Thursday. I will see you again tomorrow for our last live at lunchtime for the week.